Hello, I'm R.E.Fort, and welcome back to this month's Featured Tracks playlist for November 2023 post. This playlist has 4 great tracks: Living in Strange Times, For All the Good Times, All I Need Is in Your Eyes, and Just Stay. To find the playlist for YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, and Amazon Music, I've created links to each and added them to this post and on my website at R.E.Fort.co/playlist, or you can find them on my page at each one of those sites. Let's get to the playlist. Starting off this month's playlist is the title track from my CD, Living in Strange Times. This blues track has such a cool, smooth jazz vibe to it. This track is written in the time signature of 6/8, and I'm playing my Fender Acoustic Electric for the melody and my Fender Stratocaster for that solo. The keyboard melody is played using a Fender Rhodes sound, and I use a grand piano sound for the chords. I love the bass guitar work on this track, along with that killer solo at the end. Let's give Living in Strange Times a listen. Next up is For All the Good Times. Now I know that I used this track in last month's playlist, but what can I say? I really like this track. This track is a conversation between the guitar and keyboards. I really love the bass guitar work on this one and how it sets the rules for the conversation, while the piano and the guitar talk back and forth. On this track I played the piano chords using a Fender Rhodes sound. For the melody, or keyboard melody, I'm using a grand piano sound. I played the guitar melody and solo on my Gibson SG. The guitar chords I played on my Fender Acoustic Electric. Let's give For All the Good Times a listen. Next up is a beautiful ballad named All I Need Is in Your Eyes. I love ballads or love songs. There's just something about the format and the feel of these songs that I find myself writing them. In this one, I use my grand piano sound for the chords with some soft rising strings. The melody was played using a Fender Rhodes piano sound and my Gibson SG. When it comes time for me to name a track, I spend a lot of time listening to the track. Listen to what the song is telling me. On this one, I kept hearing, All I Need to Survive is in Your Eyes. Let's give All I Need Is in Your Eyes a listen. The last track on November's playlist is Just Stay. This track is one of my favorites. In this big power ballad, I start the track off very simple, with nothing but a piano, soft strings, and a bass guitar. But this track really builds to a crescendo of strings, horns, and a killer guitar solo at the end. On this track, the grand piano sound is playing the alternate melody, while the Fender Rhodes is playing the chords. I use my Ibanez hollow body guitar for the main melody. I'm playing my Gibson SG for that killer solo at the end. This track is just awesome. Let's give Just Stay a listen. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode and get a chance to listen to the full tracks on either my YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, or Amazon Music sites. Remember, you can find links to those playlists on my website, R.E.Fort.co/playlist, and in this podcast. The opening and closing music on this podcast is the track named So Cool from my CD 10. Thanks for listening, and as always, without music, life has no soul. Thanks.